Hello, friends. Welcome back to this new session of book reading. Guru Leela, Volume 5, Dimensions Beyond Horizons. Last session, we had started the chapter by Aditya, who is Aditya Nagpal, who is our country head for Mohanji Foundation. And he was sharing his experience, how he came in touch with Mohanji and how that connection progressed. Let's begin from where we stopped. And it says 2019 was the year of transformation for me. My connection with Mohanji was intensifying. Serving Mohanji and his mission became my purpose in life. I was doing seva with full dedication. Later that year, I got selected for Mohanji Acharya training in October. That is October 2019. I was delighted but couldn't attend because of passport issues. That disappointed me. I desired to become an Acharya and serve the mission to my best capacity. Instead, I got another great opportunity. 1 month later, I was made country head of India. I was empowered and I was allowed to serve the mission which I really wanted to do. Guess where I was announced as the country head? In Shirdi, when I was with Mohanji. This was another miraculous meeting with Mohanji in Shirdi, which confirmed the oneness between Sai and Mohanji. I was deeply connected to Mohanji now, and many things were changing. Still, I used to visit Shirdi frequently to do seva. I planned to go to Shirdi in December for a weekend seva and booked a room in a hotel where I usually stay in Shirdi, right opposite the Chavdi, which is like being in the aura of Baba all the time. One day earlier, a Mohanji family member called from Pune and said she would also be visiting with a friend and needed a room to stay. It was hard to find a room as it was weekend and they had planned only a day prior. So I offered them my room as I am a regular to Shirdi and can easily stay elsewhere. I started looking for another room near the temple, but I could not get one. I then tried Jivanta Hotel as I had no other option. When I called them, only the most expensive room was available. I requested a discount on pricing and luckily they accepted it. Still, the cost was very high, which made me restless. But was there something behind all this? I reached Shirdi the following day. Someone told me that Mohanji was visiting Shirdi around the same time. I learned that Mohanji was checking into the same hotel that night. I was overjoyed, but I realized that this was all arranged by him. But was that it? I went for darshan at the Sai temple in the afternoon. After darshan, I went to the hotel to see if my friends had checked in. But to my surprise, the hotel owner said the room was not available as they had given it to someone else by mistake. I was agitated as this was very unprofessional of them. I was also worried for the two ladies as no other room was available. This is the earlier hotel that Aditya was originally planning to stay. I went to my hotel and found both the ladies had gone to my room and were resting. I was relieved. By then I realized this was some divine play as Mohanji was also supposed to check in into the same hotel. All of us ended up staying there. Luckily, the cost of the room was not entirely upon me, and I have to confess, it was a big relief for me. We eagerly waited to see Mohanji, who came in around 11:30 p.m. What a blessing it was to meet and prostrate before Mohanji. I learned that Mohanji's room was on the fourth floor and ours was on the second floor. Surprisingly, after searching for his room on the fourth floor, we found that Mohanji's room was right next to ours. This was an absolute miracle. The next day, we had a good fortune of spending the entire day with him. And that day, I was announced as the country head of India. Mohanji gave me suggestions and guidelines on how to approach this role. It was huge empowerment. Usually in Shirdi, I spend time in Baba's aura, but I was in Mohanji's aura that day. I would stay in Dwarkamai at the night, but that night I stayed next to Mohanji. I felt fulfilled and there was no need to go for Baba's darshan. Even when leaving from Shirdi, I would go to Dwarkamai and take Baba's leave. But I took Mohanji's leave that day. I firmly believe that nothing can happen in Shirdi without Baba's will. Baba had indeed sent me to Mohanji. After this, I felt that I had found everything in Mohanji. I found my sign in Mohanji. There was no need to look anywhere else. I was able to see my path clearly, and merging with Mohanji became my only goal. All the distractions dropped off, and the purpose of life became very clear. I dedicated myself to him completely. Country head. In November 2019, Mohanji Foundation CEO Madhusudan called me and offered the role of country head of Mohanji Foundation India. My immediate reaction was that of skepticism. How would it be possible? By that time, Mohanji had deep impact on me, so I accepted the offer after about 30 seconds of thinking. I knew if something had come from Mohanji, he would handle it. I could not attend the Acharya training, but I was given another great opportunity to serve, and I was excited about it. A global summit is conducted yearly around Mohanji's birthday, in which future plans are discussed. In 2020, it was in Sri Lanka. It was my first global summit. The only roadblock was getting leave from my office, as I had already taken too many leaves that year. But I booked my tickets anyway and left the rest to Mohanji. I did not tell my manager about the holiday and wondered how to go about it. A few days before the summit, my manager called me to his room and said, "The client really appreciate your work and they want me to take you permanently. So if you are okay, you can join them." This was a miracle. Not only did I get to join a new company at higher package, but I could easily avail the leave to go to Sri Lanka as I was leaving the original company. My path to go to Sri Lanka with Mohanji was cleared. I reached Sri Lanka as part of the Global Summit team. I developed an inferiority complex looking at the other participants there. They were professional with great presentation. I was very new to all this and did not know how to deal with it. The first 2 days of the summit, I did not speak to anyone thinking I would be judged. But as always, Mohanji knows everything. On the third day of the summit, he randomly called out my name and teased me in front of everyone. He said, "Speak something. No one will judge you here." Isn't that a miracle? Mohanji knows everything. What's going on in the mind? As he moved out of the conference hall, he tapped my chest. Are you open now? He did that to open me up and remove my inferiority complex. After that, I could communicate easily with others, and my confidence increased immensely. Mohanji removed the blockages within me, which made me free. After this, there were profound moments of deep silence and no thoughts during the trip, which cannot be described. During the initial months of my tenure as the country head, the COVID pandemic struck the world. As instruments of Mohanji, we had to take the responsibility of bringing positive vibes to the world during these chaos. Excuse me. I was busy with many activities starting and many volunteers coming up to provide support. I was kept busy in a very positive way. I worked from home alone for more than 6 months before going to my hometown Jammu in October. As guided by Mohanji, I took up intense early morning sadhana which helped me stay stable. As I progressed in my role as the country head, I realized the reason behind the position. It was done to eliminate a lot of my baggage and take me closer to my goal of total dissolution. Situations were different, and understanding to handle the situation was given. And it was up to me to implement the teachings and rise above or detach myself from all the situations. It taught me how to deliver without ownership, which I can now observe and accept. I strongly feel that whenever Mohanji gives a task to anyone, he gives us an opportunity to surrender our actions to him. This needs constant practice. The role of the country head helped me practice acceptance and surrender in all situations. In December 2020, Madhusudan offered me a role in the global management team. I gladly accepted it as it was another opportunity to serve, and by the time I knew Mohanji would handle everything. Now my role was expanded to the global platform. This role has expanded my horizons as I interact and work with our global family, destroying my limitations of being restricted to serving one country. With His grace, I am still serving in both the roles, but aware that these roles are temporary. They are given to me as per my individual requirement on the path of liberation. Tradition arranges everything for you at the right time as per your constitution and capacity. You don't have to ask for anything. It is delivered to you as per your eligibility. And it could be different for different people depending on the individual constitution. This is why we cannot compare. Our beloved master ensures that every individual deeply connected to him is moving towards the same goal of complete dissolution. All we need to do is accept whatever is given to us with complete faith and surrender. That brings to the end of this chapter, My Destiny with Mohanji by Aditya Nagpal, our country head for Mohanji Foundation in India. I think that was a lovely journey that Aditya went through. In the last page, we have another nice photo of Mohanji. Like to share it with you. Before we end this chapter and today's session, next week or the next session would be a new chapter, The Divine Call by Vijay Ramanaidu, who's from UK. Till then, take care. Have a blessed rest of the week. Thank you for joining us and Jai Mohanji.